Welcome back. We continue our conversation now with New Jersey Senate President Steve Sweeney. Let's get to the marijuana bill. I talked to you about this before, and you were upset that they wanted to change the language. You were upset at the time that the Governor Murphy was blaming some procedural problem when in not knowing some of the things that were in the bill, as he claimed. And then it went through this legislative wrestling for a while. And it came out with a bill that I've talked to some in the Senate and the Assembly that apologized for the bill, said they didn't know some of the things that were in there. There's been amazing pushback from police, from local authorities because of the lack of, I know you're fixing this now, but the fact that parents wouldn't be notified when their kids were stopped, and they felt that there would be such, not severe, but there would be such penalties for police if they asked the wrong questions that they didn't know what to do.
Well,
is all that going to be fixed?
It's going to be fixed, but the reality is there was parental notification on the second time they stopped the kid. The Senate Democrats are a very diverse group. You know what I mean? We're African-American, South Asian, Latinx. People felt strongly that, like in my community in West Effort, if a kid got caught with marijuana, the police would probably, take the kid home, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, Mr. Sweeney, we're going to let you know your kid did X." Where in Newark, they locked the kid up. And and I'm not going to argue with my members that have experienced that. Senator Gopal came up with a good compromise for fixing it. Our minority members are now on board with it.
Let me move on to the pandemic and the handling of the nursing homes, because obviously you know what's going on in New York. Pennsylvania is now going to have an investigation. They've found some problems. Michigan's talking about an investigation. There is a local prosecutor that wants to charge the governor there. One of the other states that told nursing homes that they had to accept COVID positive patients was New Jersey. I've talked to you before about an investigation, and you seemed you were for it then. As a matter of fact, you said there was going to be one.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, right now, the federal government is investigating our veterans nursing homes. You know that.
Right.
Congressman Gottheimer and Pascrell asked for, and that's being done. I think, in fairness to everybody, there wasn't a playbook. And were mistakes made? Absolutely, mistakes were made. And what's most important is that we don't repeat them. I don't think anyone intentionally tried to kill people.
The problem in New York and the problem in Pennsylvania and the problem in Michigan is an underreporting of the numbers. That's what's been investigated. That's what the problem has been. But you can't find out if that happened unless there's an investigation in New Jersey. Are you confident there was no underreporting of the numbers here?
Larry, we're number one in the country in deaths. How do you underreport that?
Well, of nursing homes.
Of nursing homes. We had the highest deaths. We had the highest deaths in the country in nursing homes. So, I mean,
that doesn't mean that it's not underreported, though, right?
I don't think, listen, there was 8,000 cases or 5,000 cases that were undetermined. I don't think we underreported anything. I don't think anyone's alleged that.
No, I don't think so either. But the point I'm getting at, and I'm not sure that's true, and it sounds like everything's above board. I'm not accusing, and I'm not even speculating to that. What I'm saying is the only way you can find out if that's true is with an investigation. In New York, it happened with an attorney general. The legislature is doing it.
Well, in New York, a top aide to the governor said we willingly or knowingly, intentionally underreported. You know what I mean? That, I don't think that's here. I don't think that's the case at all. Because look, there was no good news here, Larry. This was all bad news. We led the nation in deaths in nursing homes. Yeah. It was a mistake. And what Governor Cuomo said, I thought was accurate. If we knew what we knew today, we wouldn't have done what we did. And I think that that's what happened here. There's no way of hiding the deaths. And we will have an investigation of nursing homes. And we will get to the bottom of how many people have passed in it. It's been a tragic loss of life.
We found out from a leaked audio tape now that we acquired last week and NJ.com had, that the Murphy administration was warned about that there are people going to die.
I'd be anxious to hear it. I believe what you're saying. I haven't heard the tape. I think, honestly, it was a mistake. Their purpose, their so-called purpose, was creating capacity at the hospitals. And if you remember, we were at 8,000 beds at the time, people with COVID. Again, I think it was not the right decision. I'm telling you that right now. I think it was a bad decision.
I know that you have a bill with Senator Vitale that deals with possibly a future pandemic because you want all of the nursing homes to have an infection plan. Yeah. Tell us what that is.
There's no reason for us to repeat the mistakes that were made from this pandemic. If anything, at least learn from them so that, as you said, we have a plan in place to deal with an infective disease, a cause like this.
Well, thank you, sir. I've taken enough of your time, and now you can answer whoever keeps calling you.
I'm sorry. I was gonna get up and unplug it, Larry. I didn't know.
That's all right. You're busy.
You know what that phone is? Can I tell you what it is?
Yeah.
It's unemployment.
Oh, you're kidding. Are you taking calls?
Oh my God. My phone rings off the hook. Someone put on Facebook, if you have a problem with unemployment, call Sweeney's office. They get good results. And it's nice because my staff works their butt off. But when you're desperate, I got 5 lines. They'll ring nonstop, all 5 lines.
Oh, it's incredible you're doing that. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
New Jersey Senate President Steve Sweeney, coming up next on Jersey Matters.
A controversy surrounding a New Jersey high school where the superintendent closes schools due to COVID-19, and you'll never guess who he's blaming. We'll have more on that next.